You gotta take that negative energy and divert it.
You're gonna prove them wrong?
I'm gonna prove them wrong. Just starting with the step one and making tweaks and adjustments along the way. I don't really care what you think.
Yeah.
But if there's some truth in it,
Yeah.
then I need to improve myself. What's up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of the Winners Club podcast. Thanks so much for joining in today. It's been such a pleasure doing these podcasts, and we just broke a new record. We got a lot of new listeners here, so I just want to say thank you, guys. My name is Brian Tran, your host. I got my co-host over there, PJ Padua.
What's up, guys?
And here at the Winners Club podcast, even when we don't win, we learn, and learning is a form of winning. And today, I wanted to kind of take it back and I was going through my life experience, and I was like, man, what allowed me to succeed?
Yeah.
What were some things that I did that you can too to crush it?
Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
And one of the things that I remember was that I grew up, I was always picked on.
Yeah.
I was always criticized, put down. And so every time that had happened, rather than becoming a victim, I was like, I'm going to set out to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
And it was that burning desire to do so that allowed me to get out of my comfort zone, push the boundaries, and ultimately achieve greatness.
Definitely.
Right? Starting off from the beginning, I was a little chubby, fat kid growing up. Well, I think we've all been there. At some point, somebody's fat.
Yeah, man, for
Some
sure.
of my listeners are probably fat, you know what I mean? Like a fat kid.
Yeah.
I was a fat kid. I was a fat, dark kid. I'm dark now, but my tan has now been stretched out, so it looks pretty good. But when you're condensed like this, I had that little, the dark neck and stuff like that, so I was made fun of a lot. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be fat no more.
Dude, I like it.
You know what's crazy? It's like I remember being very young. Even like, I don't know, like second grade, third grade, and they're like, oh, you're a fat kid, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, okay, so what can you do?
Yeah.
A lot of you people would probably sit there and say, well, I'm fat, whatever. What can I do? And cry.
Yeah.
I did push-ups and sit-ups every night.
Damn.
I remember doing push-ups and sit-ups, like as many push-ups as I could, 30, 40, and I would just go like for hours.
What was going through your head, man?
That I'm not going to be fat no more.
You're going to prove them wrong?
I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to prove them like, watch when I got a six-pack, or my arms the size of their legs.
Yeah.
Like, then they're not going to call me fat no more. Then I'm going to look at them and be like, hey, fatty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no offense. I try not to make fun of people, but, that's what I did.
Yeah.
And then eventually, got better and better. And then today, at my peak, I was down to like 9% body fat.
Yeah.
Very lean, big arms, not like bodybuilder status, but better than probably 90% of the people, population.
Sure. 100%,
right?
Man, that's fair to say.
And then nobody calls you fat no more.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, And the thing is, like, people always get so caught up in like, oh, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean you don't know where to start?
Yeah.
In today's day and age, you don't know where to start. I mean, like,
the map has already been like laid out technically for every
if
single
you're
industry
fat,
at all.
You just start walking. Eventually you'll jog, and then you'll run, and then you do a push. You do one push-up, then you do 30, and then you eventually start going on the bench press, and you go from 10 pounds to a plate, 2 plate, 3 plates.
Then overnight, you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, man.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like people always like, I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Dude, watch a YouTube video.
Dude,
just start.
Sure. I like that advice, man. But I wanna say to you, like, don't you think people would argue to say that, like, oh, that's not right, man, to, lead with like negative energy and do it for revenge. You should do it for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you do that too, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, I just want to hear your opinion.
My thing is like, you got to take that negative energy and divert it and be like, look, I'm going to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And I can see that going the wrong way sometimes. But most of the times, like, if somebody calls you dumb or they call you fat and you prove them wrong, that's not a bad thing, because they call you fat and now you become lean and mean, skinny, sexy machine. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
They call you stupid, but all of a sudden you start reading more, you become more intelligent.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, right? Eventually, yes, you should do it for yourself, but aren't you like you are doing it for yourself to prove to the world that you are not what they say you are.
Yeah.
Now, you should never, like, they say you shouldn't care what people say or think about you. I agree.
Yeah, I 100%.
But if somebody calls you fat and you look in the mirror and you're fat,
definitely. 100%.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think
you shouldn't care.
Yeah.
But you should also
you have to come and factor, like, are they telling the truth?
Yeah, like, yo, it's kind of the truth. I'm fat.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't care, you don't care.
Yeah.
Screw it. Like, you know, you don't care about your health, so be it.
Yeah.
But this isn't just about health.
Yeah, I also think, man, if you're someone out there and all the listeners, you have to be able to not convince yourself that you don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people will be like, no, I don't care. But, like, they just don't want to be honest and be like, fuck, I do care. I just don't know how to get out.
I mean, some things you have to care.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just talk about that, okay?
Yeah.
That's just health. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because, and we'll go back to what you're saying, like, when should you care, when shouldn't you care?
Yeah.
The next, so that was the first hurdle.
Yeah.
I think that's a hurdle that everybody can relate to. The second one was after school, like, people saying, like, oh, because I was the smartest kid. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, shit, I suck at school. I still suck at school.
Yeah, for sure.
I really do. I took like a course the other day. I'm like, dude, I'm not meant for this shit. Really not. But they're like, you know, you're not smart enough. And I was like, okay, well, shit, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Well, who was telling you this?
You know, random people, parents and stuff, my aunts, you know, Asian family.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they kind of just take jabs at you.
For sure.
And then, so it's like, okay, well, all right, what am I going to do? Because I went to Ohlone, which is a junior college, when all my cousins and all my friends were going to UC, all the UCs.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I went to Ohlone 2 years, but I stayed focused. And I'm not going to lie, shout out to all the classmates that helped me out, you know, did my homework for me and helped me out. See, I wasn't smart to do my own work.
Yeah.
I was smart to employ people,
dude,
to do my work.
That's resourceful right there.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know what? That translated more to my life today than anything else I learned in college. That I didn't need to do the work myself.
Yeah.
But in college, they punish you for that. That's cheating.
Yeah.
But in the real world, that
no
makes you a good entrepreneur.
That is 100%.
How stupid is that? That's how stupid the school system is.
Yeah.
Like, they want you to be worker bees.
They really do, man.
Do your own work.
Because that's a real life skill that people do need in business. You know, what if you're like, oh, we can't get there faster. We have to do it this one way.
Nah.
Nobody would have a business.
Bill Gates didn't even start Microsoft.
He did?
I mean, he started it. I mean, but he didn't write the program.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else wrote it.
Sure. It's like Apple.
Smart guy.
Yeah. Genius.
You know?
But anyways, going back to your story, man. So what'd you do? What'd you do after these people are telling you you're dumb, you're not smart?
Well, you know, you set out to prove them wrong. And then so at the current situation, I was like, okay, well, I got to get into a UC.
Yeah.
Right? Because if that means me being smart, I'm going to get into UC. And I did. I got into UC San Diego, and I finished in my whole college career was only 3.5 years.
Nice.
Wasn't even 4.
Oh, you had a good team.
I got a great team. Shout out to my team because I was able to take like 20 units. I think the average person takes 16. I took 20 because I had a team.
Yeah.
You know, I can go to more classes.
For sure.
And I did attend every class.
Yeah.
But only to look out for the employees. Dude. I was looking for the workers. I was like, that guy's going to be good at doing my homework. That guy's going to be good at, you know, taking my test. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yo, you definitely proved them wrong. I mean, like, look where you're now, bro. All those skills helping out. So, dude.
So that's the first thing. So going back, I think what were we talking about? Like, people call you stupid or I shouldn't care that people think I'm stupid.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't really care what you think.
Yeah.
But if there's some truth in it, then I need to improve myself to not benefit them, but to benefit yourself.
For sure.
So that's what I would say when it comes to, like, you shouldn't care about what people say. You shouldn't care what people say unless there's some truth in it.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
And you shouldn't go out of your way to, like, I'm not trying to, like, again, I'm doing this to kind of prove to myself that I'm smart.
Yeah.
Not to
Joe Schmo.
like, I don't know, to try to get revenge on them. There's really no revenge for me being smart and going to college or me getting in shape. There's no real revenge. It's just like a haha, look at me, now look at you.
For sure. That sounds like revenge. But hey, honestly, I think moving in business and growth and success in your life with a little bit of revenge is there's nothing wrong with it.
Competitiveness.
There's
too.
nothing
I think that's
wrong
what
with
it is too. It's kind of like competitiveness.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's the right way anyways, because like honestly getting revenge, I think to like the normalize just talking shit back, right? I mean, like if someone calls you fat, it's like, oh,
it's not real revenge. I'm not like, it's not like an eye for an eye.
Yeah, like that's
now, and now I'm gonna take my fat and throw it on you. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't work that way.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
it's taking the motivation, harnessing it, and doing something about it.
Positive reinforcement, man.
Yeah, my biggest thing is just do something about it.
Yeah,
you know, most people don't do shit,
dude. Straight up, man.
That's my biggest thing. I'm like, and I was hearing it a lot. Yeah. You know, and I'm like, dude, you're fat, you don't want to do anything. Okay, well, what can I do?
Yeah.
You're broke, you don't want to do nothing. Like, go do something.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. Everybody, to all the listeners, if anybody ever doubted you, use that as some positive reinforcement, man. Like, call it revenge, call it whatever, but do it for yourself to prove yourself that you aren't what everybody's trying to say you are. And
most people never know where to start.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
But what is okay, going back to being fat, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know where to start. It's not like I had a coach and said, hey, you got to take, 1 gram of your body fat, 1 gram for every pound that you weigh for protein.
Yeah.
Like, and getting really intricate. Like, that's advanced.
Yeah.
I eventually got there, but what got me to that next level was just doing a push-up.
Picking up a weight.
Doing what you think fit people do.
Yeah.
You're called dumb. You don't know how to get smart. Well, what's common sense? What do smart people typically do? They read books.
Yeah.
So you pick up a book and you read it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you pick up a better book. And then you pick up a better book. And then you get a mentor. Then you get a coach. Then you get, yada, yada, yada. But it's like if you try to, people get overwhelmed because they're like, I don't know if what I'm doing is the right thing.
Yeah.
Nobody knows if what they're doing is the right thing. But you get there by just starting with the step one and making tweaks and adjustments along the way.
Definitely. I mean, I think trial and error is probably like the best form of like education that you could get. Because like even with the fitness stuff, right? If you just try, right, and you get hurt, obviously you did something wrong. You learn how to do it right, and that's just like business, right? You go in, trial and error, mess something up, you mess the sales, the numbers. You look at it, do some research, and boom, back at it.
Taking L's does not mean taking losses.
Yeah.
But it's taking in lessons.
Yeah. I'm just laughing because that's really good. I like that one. All right, man. Look, I want to ask you this because having that proof, right, to prove somebody wrong, I think that's really important in someone's growth. And to someone who's proven that they are capable of doing, the what is known to be the impossible or something that's really challenging, right? Just like you've had. But now you're established and you've proven people wrong a couple times. What if you don't have someone that you can like look to prove wrong anymore? Because everybody believes you. Like, what do you have some advice?
Now
for that?
you look for people that you idolize and model, and then you look for your own clarity.
Yeah.
Right. You look within.
Yeah.
And that leads to the next thing is having peace of mind.
Yeah.
On this trip that I just got back from in Asia, I was on the rooftop of a pool. I'm looking at all my messages. The team is crushing it.
Yeah.
Like everything is running smoothly. And I'm just on the rooftop chilling in the water, looking up at the sky. And I'm like, man, I got peace of mind.
Yeah.
But I want more of it. And more of it now, again, digging within and seeing what makes me happy
is
to give more to charity, give more to the orphanage, being able to travel the world and not having to work. And then obviously there's some material things in there that I want. And so I'm like, okay, now it's about going after and working towards the things that I want.
Yeah. And I like that.
Now there's no more enemies. There's no more naysayers.
Yeah.
There will still probably be some. Now I really don't care though, because it's like whatever. Now if I'm fat, I'm like whatever. It's my choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, I knew I got a little chunky, but I got kids. I got there's things that you're just constantly trying to balance.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
And so that's that. But now you start looking within.
Yeah, I like that answer because that's a really good one. I thought you were gonna say something like, message Jeff Bezos and be like, I'm coming after you, and then create an enemy. But I think that's cool that you don't have to, as you evolve as a human, as an entrepreneur. It's not always about finding somebody to prove wrong, but what is it? You're kind of challenging yourself.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what do you want? Like talking to yourself type of thing.
I do that a lot, man. I talk to myself a lot. I sit there and I'm like, especially this trip, because I was actually alone a good amount.
Those are the best.
Right?
Those are the best, man.
Well, because at home I'm never alone. My kids are running around.
Yeah.
The only time that I get to like sit down and talk to myself is on my way to the gym. And now that I live so close to my gym, it's only like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I know what you're saying.
it was nice because again I was on the rooftop. And then I had breakfast a day by myself. And then at night when I'm in my room, it's just me.
Yeah.
So I got to really just sit there and be like, what makes me happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really draw out the picture in my mind. So that's what we did.
Yeah. I like that. I think to any of the listeners, if you're not by yourself a lot, I think you should try to give yourself a nice 6 to 10 hours just by yourself. I think it's a form of meditation, in my opinion. You have no input, no nothing, just you and yourself. So, but that was a fire episode, man. I'm just going to wrap it here. A lot of gems. If you guys like this video, share it with 5 friends, man. We are growing hard, and we're always going to come out with some fire content, switching up the studio, bigger and better guests. Not to hate on the other ones, but let's kick it. Let's roll, and we'll see you on the next one, all right?
Peace.